All right, lesson 2, parallel lines with transversals. So if we look at this and we say, hey, I've got these two lines. See this arrow right here? This means that line P is parallel to line Q. So when we have parallel lines, we know way more about stuff. So again, this is top right. This is top right. So we would say that they are corresponding. And I want you to get this in your head. Corresponding angles are congruent. Okay? So we can use that to help us learn a lot of other stuff. So again, this is top left. So I'm going to say that, hey, this angle is also top left. So the measure of angle 5 is 120 degrees because of corresponding angles. Well, think about it this way. If I have outside of my lines here, I also have outside of my lines here, top left, bottom right, we can say that these are congruent as well because of alternate exterior angles. So again, when you have parallel lines, this is only true when you have parallel lines, but these are going to all be congruent. So alternate exterior angles. Now, there's a couple ways we can go about it. Let's say, hey, I figured out, so let's always recommend students fill in what they know. Okay, write it in on your diagram. So if I see, hey, right here, I've got, come on, there we go. I've got top left on one side of my transversal, bottom right on the other side of my transversal. So again, I can say that these are congruent because of alternate interior angles. So they're alternate interior angles this time. Now, again, there are lots of ways to solve this. These are not necessarily the only ways to get these numbers. And again, that's one of the things I like about using math is there are lots of ways to solve problems. But remember, a straight line, okay? A straight line has an angle measure of 180 degrees. So if my transversal is a line and this already is 120, I can say that 120 minus 180, all that's left over is 60, okay? So this angle 2 has to be 60 degrees because it's the definition of a line. And we're going to call those linear pairs. So if you remember, linear pairs are two angles that are next to each other that add up to 180 degrees. So if angle 2 is 60 degrees, well, angle 6 is also going to be 60 degrees because they are corresponding angles. So if angle 2 is 60, angle 6 is also got to be 60. And then we can look at, hey, angle 6 and angle 3 are alternate exterior angles. They're on the opposite sides of my equation. So I could say that angle 6 and 3 are congruent. And there's a lot of ways to figure these out. I'm going to say that angle 6 and angle 7 are vertical angles. Do you guys remember vertical angles? And the important thing about vertical angles is vertical angles are congruent. So if angle 6 is 60 degrees, angle 7 is 60 degrees because of vertical angles. So again, that might be a fast forward. So we could also say angle 7 by alternate interior angles, which we say is AIA for short. Alternate interior angles. So Very important that corresponding angles are congruent, alternate interior angles are congruent, and alternate exterior angles are congruent. Consecutive interior angles. Again, I like it as same side interior angles. Same side interior. Those are supplementary. So congruent means same. Supplementary means adds up to 180 degrees. So we can use these definitions. Again, geometry is a lot of definitions, but you can use it to figure out unknowns. Okay, so my thinking is, find the value of x. So I know that this angle right here is 115, which is corresponding to this angle. So those two angles have to be the same. And if those angles are the same, well, angle 4 is alternate interior angles. So alternate interior has to be the same. And now I've got same side interior. Same side interior, aka consecutive interior, adds up to 180 degrees. So I can take little angle plus little angle equals my big angle. Knowing that it's supplementary means 180. My one little angle is 115. My other little angle is x plus 5. So combine like terms, 120 plus x equals 180. Subtract 120, so x equals 60. So that is true, but again, if I wanted to actually find what this angle was, I would have to do 60 plus 5 and get 65. The question only asked me to find the value of x, which we did right here.